Today on our broadcast, I want us to think about God's help in tough times. Now, I know that for some people, lockdown has been a bit of a breeze, really. Quite enjoyed it. A chance to be with maybe your significant other, whoever that might be, or if you're on your own, just a chance for your own company that you've quite enjoyed. Some of you have enjoyed being furloughed and look at the prospect of going back to work with some frustration. It's been quite a good thing to have a different change of pace in your life. But I suspect for most people that's not their experience. And certainly nationwide we know to expect in the coming months a tsunami of mental health issues, anxieties, worries and so on. The latest figures out of the United States, for example, show that very significant numbers of adults simply don't feel happy at the moment because they just feel so constrained. We know that life is not always easy. In fact, Jesus made this point in John chapter 16 and verse 33. It's our verse for the day. In the world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. The word for tribulation, which occurs twice in John's Gospel, the other time is earlier on in this chapter, used about a woman giving birth and the travails of labour and delivery. In this world you will have pressure. Things are going to be difficult. The thing I love about being a follower of Jesus is that he doesn't sort of sugarcoat it about how life will be on earth. We know that because of the fallenness of the planet and our own fallenness, trouble comes. In the world we will have trouble, it's true. And if you're a Christian, you'll attract it because not everybody, including the devil, is going to be very happy about your Christian witness. But be of good cheer, Jesus says, not because all trouble will be gone, not because lockdown will be easy, not because coming out of lockdown will be easy. If you've been shielding over these sort of 12-week period, as many in the United Kingdom have been, over 1 million people have been asked to do that, those thought particularly vulnerable. If you're in that group today, then even when you have permission to come out of this self-isolation, this shielding, it's going to be pretty tricky to go out for the first time or two. People have already told me how afraid they're going to be when they first set foot outside their door or into a shop or into someone else's home or visiting family and friends. Even the prospect of hugging a child or a grandchild, for a number of people who've been shielding seriously over these 3 months, then it's going to be a tough thing. And so no pretense here, no just, oh, it'll all be fine. None of that in the Gospels. Jesus said, life's tough sometimes, and you're probably experiencing that, even today. Or you know those who really are hurting with mental stresses and pressures, or with physical illnesses and ailments that are going untreated, undiagnosed, but worried about in people's lives. So today, we read this verse several times. It's only a short verse at the end of John chapter 16. Be of good cheer. Jesus says, I have overcome the world. In a world which makes no sense at all, a corona world, a lockdown world, the only sense we can make of some of these things is in Jesus Christ. He is the conqueror, the overcomer, the one who guarantees our eternal destiny with God forever in heaven, and promises to send his Spirit to be with us here on earth for our strengthening. We're never promised an easy life, but we are promised a Jesus life, a life where we have a helper, a friend, someone who has overcome, someone who knows the answer to everything, even when we're not sure we know the answer to anything in this crazy, confused and mix-up world. So may you know this comfort today of the Jesus who is the overcomer, and may you know his comfort, his peace and his strength.